Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle. Big.
Check it. It's a unique hustle. It's your boy ECO, and I'm here with the lovely, amazing, official Miss Jamaica. What's going on?
No, there, walk on. I want y'all to stop what you're doing right now. Go like, subscribe, follow us from all social media platforms. When I mean all, I mean our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You name it, we're on it. Just Google us, Boss Talk Podcast 101. We'll pop up first in line, I guarantee you. But y'all see us in the streets and talk about, man, I love what y'all doing. Keep up the good work. How can we be a part of Boss Talk? This is how you can be a part of Boss Talk. On each and every interview, including this one right here, in the description section below, there's a link that says join our membership. Click that link, follow all the instructions, and that's how you get to see all the exclusive content. Y'all been asking us, where's this interview, where's that interview? You got to be a member to see it. Thank you in advance, and we love you.
Man, listen, today we got a special guest in here. D-Town, y'all say I don't get out. I'm in the city with the man who made it all happen, man. Right. The Rag Daddy, and along with a host of other things we about to get into, man. My boy, my guy, Fat Pimp is in the building. Finally. You back. It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years.
I think when I looked at it, I was like, it's been a minute, and I was like, damn, like, I gotta get my boy Fat Pimp over here. We talk on the phone all the time, but
family.
But it's just like, damn, I gotta get him back over here because we gotta chop it up for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put one back in the vault. I got the new background and stuff.
Yeah, I felt special when I walked in.
Yeah, I got the new background. It's like you seen this background everywhere now. I kept working.
I got it behind me. I got it.
The other one, when I would just re-drop it because I flash back stuff sometimes. I didn't really I was like, damn, they gonna know he ain't been there in a minute. I'm trying to, psych him out.
I feel good when I walked in. I was like, okay, I'm back home, man. I'm back home.
Let's get to it, Miss Jamaica. What do we got today?
First of all, I got to tell you congratulations because we haven't seen you in a very long time.
I got married.
Got married.
Yeah.
I'm like, took that big plus. What took you so long?
I was scared, man. I was scared. I was one of them ones like never was gonna get married. I just had trust issues with women. But man, I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. My dad used to always be like, man, God ain't gonna bless your household shacking up. You know what I'm saying? He was like, we over there shacking up, making babies.
That's old school.
So that was the one that my partner, when DJ Dip passed away, I was just like, yo, I can't allow my kids not to see no wedding. So I went ahead and proposed to her, and I still was dragging my feet. Then my mom was like, oh, when we doing the wedding, man? So we did the wedding, and it was a beautiful thing.
How long were y'all together before you got married?
We've been together like 11 years, married too, so.
Oh, shoot. So, you've been together a long time. Because the reason why I asked you that question, because so many people out here, so many males say they don't believe in marriage. Like, why put it on paper when it's almost like we still married because we living together anyway? So, what's the difference in all of that? So,
for me, it's just a commitment through God. You know, I believe that your kids got to see. I feel like your kids need to see a real union. You go in front of the people and you do it in front of the world. I feel like when you're not married, it's easy to walk away.
That's
when
true.
you're married, you got to fight for your relationship. Come with sacrifice, therapy. I don't like to say counseling, but take therapy. We go to therapy. Couple counseling.
Does that help?
Hell yeah, help. Help.
What have you learned from it?
Patience. I don't like to say submissive on her end, but just more like listening to her.
Turn straight.
All right, that's why. Here we go. Yeah, just learning her and realizing that it goes from I and you to us, and everything is we. Any decision that I make, I'm trying to make sure she's included in that.
Because you realize that men and women are totally different.
Totally different. And then trauma from past situations. It's like everything that go on in your life is a story, and then when you meet somebody, a lot of times we suppress anything that happened to us. We don't tell the other person until you get into therapy. You sit down, you're like, hey, this happened to me. I went through this. And once you do that together, it make the relationship stronger. So
yeah, I like that.
Wow, man. I mean, congratulations on the wedding. I hope your wife knows she got a plan for life. And that's some bullshit. I know we grew apart. Yeah. You probably don't remember. I ain't gonna go there. Pac, man. Shout
Pac,
out, baby.
Shout out to Pac, man.
R.I.P. Man. So, man, like you've been seeing the city, man. We got to get into New Dallas, man. Like last time when we was here, New Dallas wasn't even really they hadn't got there yet, but they was around rapping. Now that you see them now, they've blossomed. You hear them all over the place. Everybody's jamming them. Every club, a Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700, and of course, BigXThaPlug is just out there, like he's straight out of there, like
right now,
he gone right now. He all the way out there. So, like, what do you think about it? Give me your true perception of those, and Huncho Amir, and I'm pretty sure some more that I ain't naming it. You know, because you know you outside. I'm not outside.
Yeah, no, it's so many of them now, man. Like, shout out to Zillionaire, shout out to Montana, Hustle Man Marquise, Kevin got bands. Himothy Chung. There's so many of them. Man. But man, big shout out to BigXThaPlug, bro, because he like one of the only people from the city when I done been to the DR, I done been to Mexico, St. Thomas, just all these different places I've been, and they playing BigXThaPlug.
That's what I said.
They know his face. He on the Wingstop commercials, Prize Pit commercials. It's like it don't get no bigger than that, man. So shout out to him. New Dallas for me. I was a little bit like, at first I was like, I don't know, because they saying New Dallas, you know, and I had heard New Dallas years before that, you know, with my partner QP, you know, they had a situation, but this version of New Dallas, they getting money. They supporting each other. See, it's not just supporting each other online. That's fake love. Real love is when that artist got an album release party, that artist got a video shoot, and they show up and they support. That's what I like to see. They getting money.
And I see that.
I think the only thing I want to see is just bigger records.
Yeah,
because that's one thing you got to kind of watch how you say that. But I want to see bigger records, like the way Big X records are. I want to see big records like that from these young artists. Yeah. Because they done took the torch. They ran with it.
Let me tell you something about Big X, man. You can go back to his first music when I interviewed him here. This shit was jamming even then. Like this shit was shit was jamming even then. But at any rate, man, from the time interviewing BigXThaPlug, and he talked about just, you know, like when he had signed the United Masters, and nobody was even thinking about him at the time like that. You know, he was telling me how it all started off, and I love going back to. I just did a recap video where I talked about the house he just purchased, and I thought that was huge just to see him. And the way we spoke about God, and to see him with his baby when he was locked up the first time he came by, he said he didn't get to go to his son's birthday. I think he was locked up for the birthday, and it was a thing where it was just an intimate moment for us, and he was just getting started, and it was just crazy to see him then went from that to big mansions. You know what I'm saying?
and look, and Dallas still was hating on.
It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Man, for me, I know what it takes to get a house. See, a lot of people ain't got a house. They don't understand closing.
Why was Dallas hating on him?
In the comments.
What was what was they saying?
It ain't this, it ain't that. And
really?
I'm like, bro, you show me your mansion. You know, you show me your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like you people hate from 1-bedroom apartments and sleeping on people's couches.
Yeah,
man.
the people in the comments be broke and homeless. You ever look at the profile pictures that they have? If you go back and
I have to watch the internet because I'm old, so I be going back and forth with people in the comments.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I just go look and be like, damn, man, for him to be talking, let me pray for him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be like, man, let me say a prayer for this cat. I won't even get mad at him. I think I'll look and say, man, let me pray for this cat, because at the end of the day, you know, people be going through it, bro. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of times when you hurt people. Right. So I understand the comments that they're going to say certain things. They'll talk about me, talk about my wife, talk about, I know that, and I pray for those people. Because the word of God tell you to pray for your enemies, man.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But for me, it's like when I look at BigXThaPlug, I remember when he first came out to where he's at now, and I used to watch him go to Dallas Elite events.
Yeah.
You know, my cousin, he part of their team. Every night they had something going on, he was out there. On the radio, he out there. On the award shows, he out there. It's like, he's basically making himself accessible to the city. So you can't ever say he ain't outside. You can't ever say he ain't doing enough. The man doing it all, man. I salute him, man. For real.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, damn, man, I want him to come back on. I'd see him on, like, he go on, what's the name, all the time, Bootleg Kid. He always, because they got Barstool and they got agreements they have to, I get it. But I be like, damn, man, like, I know this nigga know, you know, we rock solid over here. No, I did a couple of times. I know, you know, I was calling Rosama, because I had Rosama number and all that. But then I was like, man, you know what, man, you know, just like Taylor, Taylor, multi-millionaire. Yeah. They get busy, bro. You got to respect them for what they doing in the art of what they doing it in. Some people go, oh, man, I got message back. You hated on him, or, you know, because people say stuff on the show, which I can't control, man. Right. You know, shout out to Erica Banks. I got to say that. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't on.
She ain't hating on me. Just, the fact of things got crossed over early on. I interviewed Carl Crawford a lot. I interviewed certain things be going on, and you get caught in jive. Nikki Natural came on here, and I pray for those people, bro. I don't have no ill will because I'm blessed, bro. I was blessed before I started this.
It ain't your fault though when people have disagreements.
I just still, we try to keep down the whatever, but I definitely can't I can't compromise my integrity in what I'm doing for the show just to try to make everybody happy,
Right.
And if
somebody everybody happy, man.
No, but I'm still going, always had an olive branch, out for not only them, but even people who wish they could get on the show that I never let on the show because of the fact of they didn't come the right way. Right. And some little running mother F told me early on when I didn't have number 500 to 800 subscribers, I might have had 1,000 nigga, maybe 1,500. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, man, be careful, who you bring on the show. Be very picky about who you bring on the show.
Right.
That's something he said. And then he was the first one that came on and said, boss talk what a bosses talk. And I just kept that slogan going. And man, it's like people like y'all, I value what y'all say. You see me certain places, or you'll call me. That's big for me to show the respect to the show. So I definitely don't want to let the ones who God gave me down. So if they come on and say whatever, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times I just let that stuff go.
Man, let people say what they gonna say, man. And I've learned over the years that it don't matter what you do, man. They hated on Jesus, bro.
Come on, man.
If they hated on Jesus, they know they gonna hate you, man. And it's like,
but I got people that love me too, so I can't be mad.
Yeah, but it's gonna be people that love you. It's gonna be people that hate you. You gotta have it all.
Gotta have it all, because without
it, man, it's the balance of life, man.
That's the big thing, man. Like when people talk, I remember you went through a situation where Rain or somebody was over there. No, it wasn't. It was some kind of way. Rain said something about Bone. Bone just left her the other night too. Yeah. Bone owed you money. This is when they was doing the kind of event thing, and I didn't know nothing about none of that stuff. Yeah. But it made me start looking at what y'all was doing. Yeah. So a lot of times the friction, will amp up. So Rain said something.
Rain likes to take if I have an issue. Let's just say I got an issue, and I be like, I'm not gonna never speak about it. Rain gonna press the button and he gonna be like, let me tell you what Fat Pimp got going on. You just be like, bro, I don't like all that, man. Like, you know how long it took for me and Bone to finally have a conversation?
How long?
We just talked for the first time in April. We had a show together in Tulsa.
Wow, it took that long?
Yeah, we sat and talked and we laughed about it. I don't even care, bro. We good.
Bro, and to be real with you, he's a good dude, bro. Yeah. When I go places, whether it's in Cali, whether it's in Austin, whether it's in Atlanta, he's trying to arrange for people either a place for me to just hang out or go to show, and because he was on the label thing and he knows a lot of people, bro. So it's stuff like that he'll call me and I don't have to ask him, or he'll text me like he did today and just say thank you, man, for everything you do. Man. So that I know y'all all good people.
You know what the thing about it is, sometimes you can have a misunderstanding with somebody and it could just linger for so long until y'all finally talk. So
he said he didn't do the song or something. He talked about it on here.
I don't know. I don't even remember. It's been so long. I had a lot of animosity built up.
Yeah.
I did, because I don't like when people play with my money.
So you don't play it all about that money?
I'm old school. I like to fight. So
God dang.
I ain't with all that yelling on the phone and talking about doing anything. I'm like, let's just punch and get it over with, man. Yeah. I'm cool like that.
Wow. And that's the way it should be, and then get it off your chest and
I grew up with a daddy, bro. Not no fault. I grew up with a daddy, and it was like, we learned self-control. We also learned, like, you don't let nobody play with you.
Exactly.
Your name is all you got. And if I let one person play with me, then he going to tell somebody else, I did this to him, so nah, we ain't doing that.
Wow.
Never.
Wow, let me ask you this, man. Going to Bun B and this new Trio Burger, did you see he had an opening him a new one?
Yeah, congrats to him.
New spot, right?
I want one in Dallas, man.
He said he was going to do it. Me and him to text back and forth.
Taking so long? Ask him what's taking so long,
I asked him, but man, he definitely was down here. He been looking. Yeah. He looking at that real estate.
You better come on.
He been making trips and coming through checking it out just to see if the ground,
hurry up,
if
man.
the ground right.
We waiting on it. I might have to open a Wreck Daddy burger.
You see, there's a few people trying to do their burger thing.
I seen it, man. I'm with it. I love entrepreneurs, man. I just love seeing black people owning their businesses, man, especially the food business.
Let's talk about the Breakfast Brothers put a new sign up the other day. What the hell going on, man?
Right there by the Cowboy
Talk to me
Stadium,
about
man.
that. What the hell is going on?
Man, it's going to be another location, Arlington location number 2. We done had Arlington, Camp Wisdom location. We got the Breakfast Brothers Express. You can get it on Uber Eats, DoorDash. Now we got one right by the stadium for all my bougie folks over there on the other side of Arlington. Y'all can come out. It's going to be spacious. Y'all are going to love it. This is a new build. We're working on some more cities. So hey, if you want to franchise with Breakfast Brothers, tap in, inbox your boy. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. See, that's that entrepreneurship. Y'all don't know what's going on, man. I'm just happen to be in the know.
Get you some red.
I told my brother the other day.
Bites.
I said, hey, bro. He said, man, they putting one over by the house because he over in it been over there by Duncanville. He was like, man. I said, man. Do you get you that red velvet? That red velvet chicken and waffles. Is off the chain. Mm-hmm. If you can get, he brought me lamb chops. I ain't ate no meat now in about 7 months. Okay, so I've been kind of just. I eat a little fish and that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
What's that called? Pescatarian?
But I'm not that, bro. I be messing up. I might eat. I might slip and eat a rib every now and then.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I ain't touched no swine in years, man.
I ain't ate nothing.
Not in a while.
Yeah. No, I even went and bought some for Shamaria, and I didn't want it.
It tastes different too.
Yeah, because you've been off of it for 7-8 months. You don't have a craving for it no more.
I went and did my checkup at the doctor.
What did he say? You well? You good?
I'm keep it funky with y'all. I had ended up gaining some more weight this past year. I think it's just depressed. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, she said, write down your diet, what you normally eat. And I was writing down like some of the stuff. She said, all right, I know you're lying. She said, because I know you drink. She said, what do you eat once you get done drinking? I'm like, I don't know, Whataburger. She said, get rid of the red meat. She said, you like steak? I'm like, yeah. She said, what cut? I said, the ribeye, too much fat. She was like, you need to do lean meats. You need to do more veggies. You need to do more of this, and that. And so I gotta let a lot of stuff go.
Wow.
Because I don't eat a lot. It's just that I eat too late and I eat red meat.
Yeah, my snacking is what get me too bad. Chips and sodas and all that. Just when I want to.
See, I don't even. And that's the thing. I don't even deal with that.
I do the chips and stuff, but that's dead now.
Yeah.
You remember when you told me, man, you stopped drinking them energy drinks? What I do?
You stopped.
It's been a couple of years now.
Yeah, but you having a hard time with them chips though.
Now, if you say it, it's done.
Okay, stop eating them chips.
Gotcha. That's all I need is a motivate. I used to. That used to be a Rockstar.
He used to do Rockstar.
I quit.
If you Google which one the worst one, Rockstar, they're the best one, but the worst one.
They taste better than all of them.
I'm on the sugar-free Red Bull right now.
I used to love Red Bull or Monster back in the day, and I had to stop all of that.
I think it's been about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them go, man. That's my guilty pleasure, man.
It's been about 2 or 3 years.
But I tell anybody, because my daughter, she trying to lose weight now, and I told her from the get go, but she ain't done it yet. I said, just eat meat and vegetables. Cut out all the carbs. You'll start dropping it in no time, and you walking, working out, whatever.
That's right.
That's all you got to do.
That's so true.
Since I started working out too, it's been a better feeling afterwards because I feel accomplished.
Yeah,
it's like you get up early in the morning. I drop the kids off, hit the gym, and then by noon I may have like a shake or something.
Yeah.
And then by the time it's time for lunch, I ain't really that hungry because I had the little protein shake.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, you got to understand, man, when you come on Boss Talk, I got to ask you about ongoing topics that I can't get around.
We got to talk.
Diddy is going through a hell of a situation right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are claiming, I was at the Diddy party. I went to a Diddy party. I've had a lot of people on here that say they left early, they wasn't involved. It's a thing, because I'm going to be honest with you. All of the celebrities that were hanging with Diddy, I'm not seeing nobody, but I seen Kid Cudi, I seen Cassie, but the rest of them are no-name people that we're seeing. What do you think is going to happen in these next coming weeks, the next 3 to 5 weeks that this trial is going on?
They're going to just keep smearing them, but it ain't no RICO case.
You see what I'm saying?
It's really like, it's like, okay, we already know Diddy live a different lifestyle. I done been to Diddy parties before.
Here we go again. You hear that, man? What you was doing at the Diddy party?
Man, when you in LA, you in LA. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What does that mean,
It's just, man, it's a good time. I ain't never seen none of that stuff Diddy talk about, man. Ever.
That they saying Diddy.
They saying. That's
because how late did you stay?
See, here we go. She say that every time.
No, because that's what people tell me. People say stuff like that happens after hours.
Go home. It's time to go home. Grandma used to say 3 o'clock is what the devil's out.
Yeah,
the devil's out. You're supposed to be at home by 3.
You coming up out there.
But LA, 3 o'clock is usually when you leave.
Okay.
3 o'clock.
And you never seen nothing wild.
I've been to some other people's parties that was.
You seen wild stuff there?
Yeah. Man, I've been to some parties in LA.
Well, do we counsel Diddy, he came and did apology for Cassie and what happened. We know that they stayed together afterwards for years after that whole incident happened. She's also a part of everything because she was, reaching out and doing stuff with him, and they was doing it together. It was a calculated thing. Do you feel like they should give him life? Do you feel like he should get time? What do you think when you think about that?
I'm gonna be respectful when I say this. To real victims of sex trafficking, my heart goes to them. That's sex trafficking to me is I come kidnap a woman, I take a state to state, and I'm pimping her and stuff like that. But if me and my significant other is engaging in sex with escorts, that ain't human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the government uses now to control that lifestyle. You dig what I'm saying? The way I look at it, we shouldn't cancel Diddy. I mean, other than him having a domestic situation with Cassie, I'm totally against men putting their hands on women. But let's keep it real. All the interviews are coming out. They saying she used to whoop up on him too.
If we cancel Diddy, should we cancel Chris Brown too for the Rihanna event?
Chris Brown was a baby.
You see what I'm saying?
Chris Brown was a baby.
Now you see where I'm going though.
Right, he was a baby.
But that was bruises. That was the same type of activity going on. A woman was assaulted.
True, but at the end of the day, let's break it down. You aren't the same person you were at 17 years old. He was a baby. So what we got to factor in, they had a fight, and he admitted it. He never denied it. See, accountability is something that most people don't have. Chris Brown admitted it, apologized for it, never made an excuse for it, and begged everybody for forgiveness, man. And I'm a big Brown supporter, man. I'm going to the concert in September. Me and my wife going to LA to it.
Y'all going out there and check it out,
man. I'm
a big time supporter of Chris too. I've been in the rooms with that dude, man. He's a cool cat.
I don't believe in I don't like that cancel culture, man.
Yeah, I forgave him a long time ago.
I don't believe in canceling nobody, man. Like, who am I, bro? I ain't God.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, we all make mistakes. If it was a way to like show everybody's baggage and their skeletons in their closet.
I just said that yesterday. We'll all be running around here trying to get them bags together and hide our
I got partners that's done stuff they weren't supposed to, you know what I mean? But if they were celebrities, they'd be put out there in the open. So I don't believe in cancel. I wouldn't cancel Diddy. I don't care. That's their business.
That's real, man.
She stayed with him, right?
She stayed with him, and not only did she stay with him, she walked away and ain't no money worth getting beat on, but she walked away with $20 million from him and allegedly $10 million from that hotel.
But then you gotta understand, she had already got paid before. They said, so she got paid twice from him. Then she had an allowance from him. It's like, for me, it's like, I don't understand that suing people, but don't go to the police. To me, they all look like money grabs.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion. I don't trust people when I hear sue. I'm like, you ain't really hurt.
Wow. Well,
and everybody want attention nowadays. Because don't wait till somebody on trial to want to get in front of this camera and start saying, well, I was at a Diddy party and he put cocaine in my drink and stuff. I'm like, bruh, one thing I know about parties, I'm not saying there ain't people that get their drink spiked, but for the most part, ain't nobody forcing you to be there.
Nobody.
You can go home whenever you want to.
Anytime.
Right. And they be knowing who at them parties, man.
I know you just mentioned going to the Chris Brown party.
Yeah.
Chris Brown was locked up in the UK.
That was crazy.
And wait, that's what I thought. I said, wait a minute. And he ended up paying millions to get out. Because they had said they wasn't going to see it. They did that purposely. After the tour, one of the tour days, they made it to where it was an obstacle to climb.
Yeah.
Was that a money grab or was that?
I don't know. I think me personally,
I just come up like that.
It was to me it was crazy because right after he said free Tory.
That's the part right
he
there.
He said free Tory, and the next day they got my boy, man. I don't like that.
That hurt, man.
Yeah, he had to cough up some millions, man, but he'll get it back.
When you think about it, man, he's an iconic figure, and I ain't gonna lie, I went hard on my reviews. I said, ain't no way in hell Chris Brown, hopefully it didn't happen this way, but I know he a black belt and all that other stuff, and he like to get down when he get down.
Yeah.
But you got people that you can circle yourself with the budgets you have to where you don't even have to deal with them people.
Right.
I really was tough on him. I was tough on Denzel. I'm a big Denzel fan. I love Denzel. But when you over in these other countries and somebody snatching on you and all that, you shouldn't even be close enough to be getting snatched on like that. And he's a vet. So I know things happen and you just don't see it coming, but I just think like, damn, like he our pinnacle. Like when it come to actors, ain't nobody supposed to be touching him or making him look bad while he out here doing his thing. Somebody supposed to be guarding all that.
Yeah.
And I'm just tripping off of that. What you think? You agree?
I agree.
So did you see Denzel when he jerked and he put his hand in that man's face? Oh, he was serious about it too. You seen it? Mm-hmm. He wasn't playing with that boy.
What I've learned is different cultures are different. For instance, some of my Mexican buddies growing up, they just walk in your house. You know, they don't knock or nothing. They just open the door, you turn around, they in your house. You know, that's just how it is.
Julio used to do that on Sound for the Sun.
See what I'm saying, bro? That's the same way. And then when you go over there, those countries, man, they want to touch you. What you got to learn is when you're in certain countries and you start traveling abroad, they want to touch you. That's their way of feeling connected to you. Remember the one dude kissed Will Smith?
Oh, that messed me up when I seen that.
He slapped him.
He had to.
Man.
He ain't know that boy over there kissing like that. He don't want to be kissed by no dude.
But depending on where you at, man, you can't put your hands on
the
people.
culture different.
Like you go to Dubai, you hit somebody, you going to jail.
They ain't playing like that.
Nah, bro. Sorry.
At all.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, man, Chris, it's funny he got locked up over there because I think he was going over there to set the records straight on where he was touring at because his tour is over there.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, was he just going over there to just hang out because he knew he was going to...
Well, he probably had to go over there and make sure the show was how it needed to be.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, bro, but he all right, man. And anybody that's been to jail before knows when you pay the bond, you pay the full amount because you get your money back.
You have to pay the full amount,
you get your money back.
Get your money back, man.
That's how I ain't trying to sound like a criminal, but that's when you go to jail and you post a bond, you're supposed to pay your full bond because you get your money back.
That's it. That's it.
When you pay the bail bonds, they get that.
They get it. And that's a part of it. Yeah.
So I got you mentioned Tory. Mm-hmm. What do you think about his whole case and how everything's going? Do you think that they'll release him after what happened?
I don't think they're gonna release him, even though I feel like they should, because I seen something they were saying it was a gag order where he couldn't even talk in court. Like, to me, it's like, why are you trying to gag somebody?
Right.
Let that man fight for his freedom. Don't say you had your day in court, but you every time you say something, you say, y'all can't talk about that. If this man said it wasn't no gun residue, if this man said they got footage or whatever it is, allow that man to present that to the court and fight for his life, man.
Because then that bodyguard or security or somebody came up and said that.
Yeah, but that was after he got fired. After he wasn't working with Kelsey.
That's how it happened. The same thing with Diddy. When people get fired and feel away, they got something to say. It's just like a bitter woman. If you do a woman bad and then y'all break up, you gonna mess with her best friend or something, she gonna feel away.
Yeah.
But just because he got fired, does that mean that he's coming out and lying about the situation?
Why he didn't do it until he got
or maybe because he didn't say it before because he treasured the job he has right now. He don't want to mess that job up.
No, but right is right.
Some people prefer the money because he's getting paid.
I can't be in the car and Fat Pimp didn't do something and I'm there and I seen it. I don't care who I'm working for. Right is right. I'm not gonna let a man go to prison and to keep my job. I don't care about that job. I care about that man because that man look like me.
But not everybody's like that.
But that's where you're supposed to be. Yeah. What you think?
I don't like seeing people go to jail anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell what happened. When the police ask me, I hate to be a snitch. I guess that's what I'm snitching. But hey,
if you're a bouncer,
I'm a security guy, man. I gotta tell the truth, and I'm a part of that. That's what I do.
And for me, it's a lose-lose situation, just because, regardless if he did it or not, man, people already done tarnished his name.
Yeah, but Megan went through it that night too, according to her. But they had a hell of a night. They were partying so much, man. I had never seen the parties out there. I remember seeing her and. What's that girl? That Kardashian girl.
Kylie.
She was there, and they were partying in the pool. It was party. That time period, they were partying like hell. We wasn't seeing no party. I'm like, damn, they party, and they putting it on their lives.
I hate it. I hate when situations go from good to.
It went from sugar to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But when I feel like when you're in the entertainment industry and you gotten that big, they all party like that. You know what I mean?
They wasn't doing it like Tory and them were doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Because even when we interviewed Britney, Queen Britney, she said that when she used to go to the P. Diddy parties, she saw Meg there and all them there. So they all went to these parties all the time. So man,
y'all gotta understand, like, if you want a party, you know who to go call. Mm-hmm. You want to have a good time, you know who to call.
Exactly.
They sign NDAs. Once you get to a certain level, you sign NDAs when you get there. Most places make you put up your phone. So.
And the thing about partying that I would assume, the reason why they go to these parties, because everybody at these parties are usually on the same level type thing. You see what I mean? They all have something to lose. They're not going to come there, you know, trying to do no crazy stuff.
That's why most people end up messing around with the same people.
Right.
It's because it's like, if I know you rich and I know you only deal with this circle, that's how
I never thought about it like that because people always say, why this chick always jump from basketball player to basketball player to this, and
It's
this?
a circle, man. You don't want to. It's like if I know I got to protect my brand, I'm gonna deal with certain type of people.
But don't that make her look bad?
Not in the industry. When you're in the entertainment industry, you don't really care who she used to mess with. Like, at the end of the day, that's just how it is. It's like, I know that you got a certain level of money, and I know you ain't gonna do X, Y, and Z to jeopardize that. So that's why they deal with.
Even when they say all they with you for is to get a baby and then take your money and then move on to the next person.
They know how to carry themselves. Look at all the basketball wives. They all act alike. When you watch TV shows, Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop, all the people that not Love and Hip Hop, but Basketball Wives, when you watch that, man, they all act the exact same. Mm-hmm. They know how to deal with a man with some money, and they know how to carry themselves when you date.
Did you want to drink some of this?
Man, I'm cool, man.
You sure this 50 stuff? You drunk some?
Yeah, I rock with my boy DJ Chaotic, man. That's 50 DJ.
That's who brought. Well, he didn't bring this over here, but he just drunk some. He was just here. That's why
it's good.
Chaotic. I don't drink.
You don't drink?
No, I don't drink or smoke. But my wife, she drink a little bit every now and then. Chaotic said it was good.
I've actually had it a few times.
Well, you welcome to some of that.
Was it good?
It's real smooth.
It's real smooth.
That's what he said too.
Yeah, if I see 50 drinking, I might start.
50 ain't been drinking it.
He don't drink.
I don't either.
But he has a alcohol line.
Yeah, a lot of it.
But he definitely. I just know that Chaotic came over here and we offered him some. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't offer you some.
I'm getting older now, man. Listen, this had to been a couple years ago. I would have.
You just took that Branson
I
off.
took it to the head. I'm chilling, man. I'm just in a different place right now.
You care about your body.
Man.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you this. Being that you just got married, how long ago?
2 years.
It's been 2 years. We just had our anniversary on the 12th.
2 years. Gotta ask this to you. Travis Hunter, he didn't sign a prenup of what I'm hearing. Listen, I don't know. But I'm just asking you, going into this thing with $40 million, seeing the video footage that you seen that everybody was spreading around the internet, I gotta talk about it. These are topics that
go ahead.
So do you feel like a prenup should have been signed in that situation? Or he bought her a big truck too? And that was a big, and then they spent plenty of money. They got that bread now.
Man, listen. Coming from where I come from, I see all red flags.
What?
With her.
Oh, damn.
Everything about her says red flags. You dig? That's my personal opinion. But you can't help who that man loves.
He love her, man.
And you gotta understand something. A good woman gives a black man peace.
Yeah.
And you can't be successful in this world without your wife, man. You gotta have your wife, or at least somebody that's your significant other, man. You see all the stuff people get in trouble when they ain't got no wife at home. He need him a wife.
About Drake?
Drake could get one song. He'll get one song. It's gonna probably be somebody don't nobody know.
Diddy would have been in that trouble if he'd had a solid wife that been by his side.
He lost the one he should have been with. He
lost the one and she passed
But they
away.
said that he was going on with all this stuff way before her.
Yeah, but she was his person, man.
Yeah, that hurt him real bad.
That hurt him. Okay, so going back to it, should he have signed the
yeah.
He should have.
Hell yeah, he's supposed to.
What you think? I gotta ask Miss Jamaica because she was there with him before. She knew he played football. Man, she wasn't there before.
What I liked about him is the fact that I know he read the comments under all the stuff that was going on before, and regardless of all of the things that everybody said, he still went ahead and married her. Yeah. So that showed that he's a man that's not easily influenced by others. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, and like you said, he loved who he loved, but God put us through. How many bad relationships you had to have before you found the one that you settled down with?
Man, how many did I cause?
Or how many did you cause?
I was a dirty dog.
But that's what I'm saying. You had to go through things until you found the right one and learned how to appreciate the right one. If you didn't go through what you had to go through, you wouldn't know how to appreciate who you have right now.
True, but I've always been told, a hard head make a soft ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, people trying to tell you, like, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. You do what you want.
He got to go through it for himself, no matter what.
That's a lot of money to make a mistake with.
Dang, he make a mistake.
If he a hustler, he'd go back and make that money again and keep making it.
Look how she rolled on that boy.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, when I see his smile at the wedding, I'm like, that boy love his wife, man.
Yes, he does.
I'm not here to tell him he wrong. It's just for me. If I was in his shoes, which I'm not, everything was red flag.
And then baby's gonna pop up real soon.
And once she get 2 babies, then you'll see then we'll know.
Yeah,
we gonna know.
Yeah, cause she look pregnant now.
Damn.
He said she look pregnant now.
She look pregnant. I may be wrong, and I don't mean no disrespect.
Yeah, but she's
beautiful woman, you know. But she look like she might be.
She might be for the expect.
Maybe that's why he went ahead and married her.
Then on top of that, you don't know the conversations that Prime might have had with her.
Yeah.
Or his daddy just came home from the pen, so it's like he might have told him like, "Hey man, we need grandkids. You know, we need to create stability." Maybe one of them shoe companies or one of them brand companies told him, "Hey, we want you to be married. We want
because it looks better.
It looks better that way." Nobody want no single ghetto football player. All the top football players nowadays, they're wholesome looking, come from good families. Like the image of a football player now, that's the star. It's a total different than how it was years ago.
And sometimes they don't care about the drama. Depends on how distasteful the drama gets.
Yeah,
a little drama sells their stuff. You see what I mean?
We don't know what they publicist team saying behind the scenes.
Right.
Like, hey, let's run with this. Don't think for 1 minute he don't know everybody talk about the wedding.
He reading all them comments everywhere.
And paid. He ain't really caring what you think anyway, because he got that bread. Now, when you get that bread,
he had the bread in college.
But the way it is now, it's a different type of bread right now for him. But let me ask you, and he ain't played one damn NFL game yet. That boy just got it.
I gotta say this. Okay, so I saw this online. It says actress Keke Palmer says she lives below her means despite making millions. If I made $1 million, my rent would be $1,500. I don't need a Bentley. I'll ride in a Lexus. What do you think about that?
Sound like me.
That's how you're supposed to. I think that's how you stay rich. After the glory days are over with.
That's right.
It's these days it's real hard to stay wealthy because things are expensive now, and people are always chasing the fancy cars, the fancy clothes, stuff that don't really matter no more.
But you got to think about
guns and butter.
But you got to think about it. When you making millions or billions, what we look at as expensive, they look at like, oh, that's chump change.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So the more you make is like.
But also the richer you get, the free things come in.
That's right.
Because let's be real, Keke Palmer was a TV show host too. Don't think for 1 minute them companies ain't saying, "Hey, I'll pay you millions of dollars to drive this car." Remember, Shaq and LeBron was with Kia and all that. Like, you can get them cars away to your family.
You see Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett still rolling in real regular. He ain't never changed. All 90-something still got the same old car.
I think people who do usually either never had it before, so they just go in because it's just an experience, or peer pressure. All the people that they hang around driving these cars, and it look bad me driving up in a Lexus when they pulling up in Bentleys and stuff like that. Some people can't deal with the peer pressure.
Yeah, the richest people, man, you'll never know.
Never know.
I've done business with damn near billionaires before, man, and when you look at them, you're like, ain't no way he got all that money.
Ain't no way.
He having all that money.
Okay, but I like the way how you said that. Okay, and this is bad to say. I don't know if it's bad or good or whatever, but okay, the richest people that you say that you would never know that they have it, are they black or white?
Both.
Because a lot of people say black folks, when they get it, they always want to show out compared to a white person.
Man, you'd be surprised if you Google it, you'd be surprised how many black millionaires live in the state of Texas. It ain't just white people. It ain't just Indians and Asians, and you know, it's a lot of people that got money. We live in a world now you can get paid and you ain't got to tell nobody.
Right.
Wow. I look at things, you know, from a different scope. When you got to be conditioned, man. You got to have that God in there. Facts. You ain't gonna be able to be happy no matter what the way you look at it. Any way you look at it. Was you excited to see Master P put the Florida League down there for those people, for like Mil X, and for you seen that, right? Yeah, he put they got the Hollywood Walk of Fame in.
Oh yeah, you talking about New Orleans? Yeah.
How proud was you?
I stood up when I was watching it.
Yeah,
because growing up, we always thought Master P and them hated, Baby and Wayne and them. So to see him go out his way to make sure them people in New Orleans got they flowers while they alive, man, it don't get no better than that, man. P has always been somebody to push the culture, man. Especially being from where he from, they don't get no opportunities like that, man. So. That was crazy for me to see them, down there. They hit hard
in 24, 25, just basically the things that was happening down there with all the way going back to the Essence Festival last year when I was down there with Birdman there, when they named the street after him, to going all the way into the fact of PNM, the Super Bowl, all that stuff happening, and just the conditioning of the way people been rolling down with New Orleans, man. It been dope to see. You know what I mean? Juvenile ain't playing down there, man. And that, did you like that? I'm a fan of the Hot Boys. To see them come back together like that
finally, man.
For the reunion.
It looked a little weird at first.
No, they were playing. My boy don't play with Birdman. I don't even play by Birdman. Yeah. So when they were talking about he was asleep and all that, I think a lot of times this internet a different world, man.
Because your vulnerable moments always get caught on camera, man. Like you could sneeze the wrong way and a booger might fly out, man. You can't even wipe it off because the next day they say, you know, Fat Pimp had a booger and he flicked it off his shirt, man.
Oh,
like,
damn.
Yeah, man. For me, it's just like, man, I love it because people get to be human.
I remember Carlos Miller was on the show and we asked him what was his most viral video, and he said it was somewhere he had a pizza and it was just like it wasn't going the right way. So I was like, that, you know what I'm saying? But he said, yeah, it'd be the craziest stuff to go crazy.
I
you know,
Carlos.
Shout out to Carlos Miller in 85 South, man. I rock with him myself, man. Like, so how we doing over here? Boss Talk 101 been going on now for some years. You know, me and the wife, we kind of been holding it down. You've seen a lot of the interviews. We 5,000 in.
Yeah. Congrats, man. You gotta clap for that, man. That's not no easy task, man. Like, you know, most platforms, they last a season. Yeah. And it'll be a wrap, you know, no shade, but just reality, man. Y'all have gave so many people a voice over here, even ones that don't get along with each other.
Oh, it's been crazy.
You know, I love it, man. I've always tuned in. I like watching Phase on Love when he on here.
Oh, man. I just talked to him the other day. He's still doing his thing, man.
You know, what's the blood? The OG?
That's my boy there, OG Pyru, man.
Every time he's on here, he gets the politics.
I got a new one coming. It is crazy.
I love when him and Rain be getting into it, bro.
Oh, man. He's looking for Rain right now.
Yeah, I love
he got something for him.
I love when they get into it, man. But, man, y'all done gave so many people a voice, man. Shout out to Young LA, because
Young LA killed it.
It was so crazy, man. I had tears in my eyes, bro. Wow. Like watching him come from Shreveport. I think he was in Shreveport.
It was in Shreveport.
Yeah, and he came up here. See, people don't understand.
No, he was in Oklahoma, and then he came from Oklahoma, and then he came here. Yeah. Then he went to Real Life. Then he went to East Texas. Yeah. Then he went to Shreveport.
Shreveport's where they was handling him. Funny.
That was in East Texas, right there by Carthage down there.
Oh, I see.
And he didn't. That performance I showed with it. He didn't perform that night. He actually left there and went and performed that next night in Shreveport, and I merged them together. I talked to him through the whole thing.
It's people got to understand, Shreveport is a hard city to perform in. If they ain't really, really rocking with you, they're going to handle you away. And East Texas is not the place to play around with folks out there. But I tell people all the time, listen, East Texas, you better treat everybody like they your cousin, your kinfolk, man. Like, don't come down there playing around, man.
Don't try to make them look bad, right?
Hell no. I love East Texas, man.
Man, so when you think about it, man, Young LA comes in here and he say, don't I like my vegetable extra cheese and broccoli? And when he did that, a lot of people was like, oh man, you did, man? You just using him, and I didn't even know what these people talking about. We just did an interview, right? And I didn't know it was gonna go viral.
How was it when he did it in here?
It was dope. Like, you gotta think about it. He comes in and he just basically is doing his thing. And my best song that he sings is Ain't I? Right? Like let's say for instance now, give me the Rack Daddy verse.
She stay in A-Town, but she from the Glib.
Hey.
Her name Myra, but I call her Missy Giddy Big.
Man.
That was my name. I tell her,
hey.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about? Wait a minute. Then I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Like you did. I'm a music head, so I love all the songs. I know I know if it's you, I know what I'm looking for. Yeah. So Ain't I, him and T.I. and Young Dro did that song. For me, that's the biggest song he had anyway.
It is.
The other one that what's that other Futuristic?
That's my favorite song.
That Futuristic.
Rico got cool, man.
Like, Futuristic.
Yeah, man.
Futuristic.
Mine was Ain't I?
Yes.
The remix. Cause I like when T.I. say, gonna be gone for quite about a year, but ain't that Ain't I a year? Hey. Cause he had to go to prison.
It was a moment in time, bro.
So when I had him on here, my determining factor, I called Gutter TV. I say, man, I got Young LA coming over here. He was like, yeah, ask that nigga about J Money. And we just talking about it. Ask that nigga about this. Ask that nigga. Yeah. And I was like, okay, we finna rock out. I said, but that ain't I, man. That nigga did, ain't I? I was excited about that. I called, me and Bebe talked that morning. Me and Bebe FaceTime. Like, nigga, I got Young LA, nigga. Yeah. Nigga, I'm on it, you know. That's and he like, you know, we talked, but at any rate, when he get here, we had our complications. This at the interview almost didn't happen. Damn. Yeah, we was outside and I was like, no, nigga, it's cool. Cool you came. I'll talk to you later. No, don't no bad feelings. And then when I walked him to the car, he's like, man, I want to do it. I said, okay, well, come on, nigga, let's do it. So we did the interview. Once we did it, it was epic, of course. Yeah, if he hadn't done it, it would have been like, he'd have never seen what happened. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it was like people don't realize how much go into. Yeah. Hey man, you know we here 20 years. We've been here, man. I'm not doing nothing. If you don't want to sit in front of me, keep it moving. Yeah. I'm that type of dude. Yeah. Now I'm a man that love God and my wife. So we in here, we on some grown folk stuff. You know that. So if you come, you can't come like no cabbage, all head, no body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we just basically we had a good time, and that's the reason why I invite you, man, because of just the way you is as a stand-up person. Like you're a man that love, you got your wife, your kids, you're a man's man. You know what I forgot to say though when you was asking about New Dallas? I forgot to shout out my girl Big E. Bro, I just did that. Did you see when I had Sean Cotton on here and I was saying, is she part of it? Yeah. I talked to her. How do you know her? Through Rain. Through Rain. What made her stand out to you? She got one of my favorite female rappers of all time is Mia X. Okay. And Mia X to this day is like a TT, man. She got like a auntie energy, man. And when I look at Big E give me like that. Like, I don't know, it's just something about her. She just give me vibes. Like, when she get in her 30s and stuff, she gonna be somebody, big sis. In her 40s, she gonna be somebody auntie. I like how she rap. I like her story. I reached out to her, man, because I was mad at Rain at first. Why? Because I had a situation with a major artist that was gonna remake that song with me. Okay. And I texted to him and I told him, said no. And then one day he was just like, can you mix the beat? Can you put the 808s in there? I was like, yeah, cool. And I reached out to her and I told her, I said, hey man, I just want to see you win. Wow. I don't want nothing. I don't need nothing. Just I want to see you win. And we've been rocking ever since, man. Every time she be around somebody I know, man, they'll FaceTime me, put her on the phone and stuff, man. Wow, I text her. That's motivation precious, too, man. You got to think about it from seeing her with BigXThaPlug at South by Southwest. Yeah. I'm hearing Shaq. He reaches out. He respects her. Shaq pay attention to the music. Yeah, Shaq like what she doing. Shoot, man. Like I said, I liked it when I started researching it because I didn't know nothing about it till Rain told me about her. And once I looked her up, I was like, Rain, this is, he believed in her from the jump. From the get go. Actually, my dude, Lil Spain. I think he the one that found her. Really, I talked to Spain the other day. I ain't know that. Yeah, ask him. He just called me. We like me and you. We just talked. Yeah, ask him. He found her. Really? Yeah, he found her. That's hard. I didn't even know that. Yeah, man. Listen, we talking about all this other stuff. We should be told that. You got to realize people who done been through it, they know how to spot that one. Like, you got to realize Spain done been through a lot. Yeah. He was here when that Dallas movie took off, and he went to prison, came home, got right back on it. So he trying to figure it out, man. You led the whole boogie movement. Man, I led Dallas, period. It wasn't just boogie. No, I'm talking about just that part of it. I created it. You created that. Yeah. I showed people how to make the beats, man. I showed people how to market in Houston and Dallas. When you think back to it, do you think it got its just due? It still ain't got its just due. I'm just not getting credit now. They play Rag Dad like Rag Dad is a brand new song. Really? I got a lot of music, but when it come to as soon as it come on and get that recognition, man, that Rag Daddy is crazy. Like right now, I'm trending on TikTok with a record with B King. God bless his soul. God bless B King. You know what I'm saying? Me and B King got a song called Smile that Mr. Lee produced. And it's trending on TikTok. The little kids is on it. My niece, she's 19 years old, calling me, texting me about the song. I'm like, why are you even listening to this song? Because it's very degrading, you know what I mean? But it's like, they do it, man. Yeah. They do. They love that TikTok, don't they, man? Yeah, so it's just one of those things you may never ever get the credit you deserve until it take out, until you gone. Wow. I done a lot for people. I done helped people get record deals.
some of the top artists in the city right now, I helped them get their record deal. They don't even know.
Wow, because you said the right thing.
They said the right thing at the right time. It would be like if you was doing Boss Talk one-on-one distribution and you asked me, hey, what you think about such and such? And I'd be like, yeah, they
pressure.
They worth it. Wow. I had a person hate on me on a record deal and tell me they didn't think I was a good investment. So I know what that's like. That's when I hate on you, stop your money. Yeah, that's crazy. Never, man. So
you ain't doing no hating.
Can't, man. I got kids, bro.
And if they ain't good, what you gonna say though?
I'm gonna tell them. I'm not gonna tell the people investing. I never be like.
You gonna tell them they need to work harder.
I'd be like, hey man, you should do.
People looking at you, man.
Yeah, because think about it. You never want to be the person that they go in the room and say, man, they ain't good enough, or don't rock with them, because they can always replay that message to them when they finally sign.
Damn,
because people do what they want to do with their money.
Wow, who else you looking at in Dallas, man? Because like I said, you like the mayor or the governor or the situation.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't want to say all the big names, but I'm gonna tell everybody that's watching this, I want to hear something new. I need some sounds that are creative. I don't want to hear nobody else that sound like Zillionaire. I don't want to. Don't send me no music you already sounding like Head Honcho. You know what I mean? We got Head Honcho. You know what I mean? We got
shout out to Head Honcho.
Yeah. I don't want to hear nobody sound like that. I want to hear the Dallas version of Kanye.
Wow.
You know, I want to hear a Dallas Drake. Where's the Drake at? You know, where's the Kendrick Lamar's at in Dallas?
I got a question for you since you said that. Is Phobats New Dallas?
I don't know.
See, I
don't even know that.
That's a wild question, right?
Listen, if I showed you my end of the year music, I listen to Phobats just as much as I listen to Drake and them. I love Phobats, bro.
But is he New Dallas?
I don't think so. I don't even really.
He came out at the same time.
I don't even really consider him Dallas though, man. It's like,
what are you saying? He's from Oak Cliff, right?
Yeah, I think he's from Holly Hills. But
so how is he not New Dallas?
It's like
He came out during the same time, Fat Pimp.
I don't know.
You understand what I'm saying? The time is
but
there.
But he R&B though. They don't count.
Really?
He R&B. He not rap.
Okay, so New Dallas got to be rap. Is that one of the rules?
Rappers, yeah.
That's the rule.
I don't know. Listen, I'm on status now. I don't know. I don't know what they rules and regulations are, man. I just know that I want to hear a lot more creative music, man. I just don't like nowadays when they hear Montana, they want to go in the studio and rap like Montana. Like, no, let Montana be have his space, man. I hear so many people trying to rap like them now.
It mess you up, don't it?
I want to hear that, bro. Like, it ain't. I want to hear the authentic. I want to hear Zillionaire. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to hear nobody rapping like them. Like,
I get it, man. I'm proud to see where they've come from and how they moving. You know what I mean? I want to see everybody shine. I think about it sometimes. Be like, man, Dallas is pretty much where people was coming snatching bags. But now when you go, you hear people saying Zillionaire dope. I hear people listening at it in different states. When I be going to different states, I know people listening at his stuff in the club, bro.
The only thing I'm going to say this, and this probably going to ruffle some fellas, Dallas club scene still ain't what it used to be.
No, it ain't.
You know, and I'm gonna keep it real, because if you can go to a DJ and if you tell him, man, y'all ain't playing no Dallas music, and they be like, man, I just ran this song and I ran that song. That ain't playing Dallas music, bro. Like, when I came out, it was, if it's 4 hours in, what's it, 8, 9, 10, let's just say it's 6 hours in the club, at least 7 of that time, man, you gonna hear some Dallas music, bro.
Damn.
Dallas used to have a club set, and they didn't have to play nobody else.
Really?
When you get in the car on radio, it didn't feel like I'm in Atlanta. It feel like I'm in Detroit. Damn. It feel like I'm in Dallas, dog. Like, as soon as you cut on the radio, it was Dallas music.
I know when you go to Houston, you feel that shit.
Not no more.
Not no more. When we went, when I was down there, this was about 2 years when I was listening, because we don't listen to radio.
Terry not there no more.
So that's what messed it up.
That's what I'm saying. Miss Terry's not at the radio station no more. Times are changing. Like, stations are evolving. They doing that. What's that thing called, syndicating and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, even 97.9 they not playing as much local.
They're not doing that.
Personality. They got a whole thing in Atlanta.
So they rocking
man.
ATL.
It ain't the same, man. Like, Dallas needs to.
The ice cream truck cake, that's a beat,
I
man.
I might hit the road.
That thing finna go in, man.
That might.
Yeah, because he started bobbing his head right away.
I heard God drop that down to me.
Hey,
I got discernment, man. I can see things, man.
Because everybody know that beat.
Yeah, say let's not change the subject. Michael Jackson said God puts ideal bubbles in the world, man.
He throw it out there. See how he throw it out there?
He say Rick James and Prince used to take the ideas that he would have. So change the subject.
I want to ask you, man. We talked about Diddy. We talked about all the stuff that's going on with that. But we didn't talk about Smokey Robinson, man. 85 years old. Look, he come down the Blue Room there. Next thing you know, 4 or 5 girls come through, saying that he come out at 84 years old, man. Diesel.
Yeah.
But anyway, Diesel.
Yeah.
Come through. But I'm looking at him and I'm saying, bro, is this a money grab? And they want $50 million. We didn't talk about Shannon Sharp. They want the same 50. That same 50 that they want that same 50 that Gabby asked for. You know what I'm saying?
They need some type of rule, man. And I know I'm trying to run for mayor one day in Dallas, so I gotta watch how I say this, man, because I respect everybody. If a woman was assaulted, I feel like it has to be steps to dealing with that. I feel like if a woman gets sexually assaulted, she should go to the police. I feel like you shouldn't be able to just go to some high-priced attorney and allow them to create a scandal online and force you to pay some money. I feel like it should be steps. It should be like, hey, I went to the police, filed a police report, and they looked into it and seen it was reasonable cause. And then if you can't deal with that and it's bothering you that much, then you should be able to press, get you a civil suit. But all that coming out the woodwork saying that, 20, 30 years ago, I was in the room and he had me in the corner, and I'm like, man, I don't be believing all that, bro.
It's hard to believe, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's the thing is, I got a mama and I also got a wife, and she got friends that have came to me and said that they were sexually assaulted. Like I don't even want to put people's business out there, but I know people that's been assaulted by the pastor.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things
that happened a lot.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. I grew up in the Baptist church where I never seen that before.
Yeah.
But when they start having these big mega churches, or they had those non-denominational churches where they cool with the family and stuff, that's where this stuff be going on at, man. I be knowing, man.
A lot of prayer and supplication, homie.
Yeah.
Gotta have prayer and supplication, because this stuff is crazy as ever out here.
So that's why I say they need to go to the police first. It gotta be a chain of command. You shouldn't be able to just come out 20 years later and say somebody did something and you ain't went to the police.
You ain't went to nobody.
Because it's not about justice. If it's about justice and you don't feel safe, then go to the police. But if you go into a lawyer and then you asking for like crazy numbers, 50 million?
But some people used to feel like, okay, that person too powerful. Like me going to the police is not gonna get it nowhere. So why am I even going to even say anything like that and waste my time? Man, they gonna bury this. Somebody gonna pay some money.
If I had a daughter and she was sexually assaulted, she needs to go to the police. Mm-hmm. She needs to go to the police and get that person off the streets. Money ain't gonna cure your problems. Because 9 times out of 10, man, you gonna run through that money anyway.
Right.
Man, it's not gonna fix your situation.
Wow, man, thank you so much, man. But did Smokey do it or not?
No. I was taught to respect my elders. I ain't speaking.
I ain't playing that game.
I'm not speaking on Smokey. I'm not speaking on Shannon.
None of them.
None of that.
Hey, let me ask you this before you get off here, man. Did we forget anything? What's any big music coming out?
I got
new music coming.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man, look, I got new music coming out. I got a brand new single coming out at the end of June. Album's gonna be called You Can Call Me Chris. It's gonna be at the top of the year. I've been working on it probably 3.5 years. And what it is gonna show people my vulnerable side. I've been through a lot. Kids, the marriage, losing my daddy, watching my daddy transition and seeing him go from healthy to having cancer and giving him chemo, like all that stuff that I was going through with him. It gave me an opportunity to really just write about it and be vulnerable and speak about things I was going through, like breaking up with my wife before we got married, all kind of stuff I was going through, man. And this project probably gonna be like the best work I ever put out.
Wow, man.
I got Rico Barrino on there, Fantasia brother. I got E40 on there, Ty Harris on there. I got a couple more features I'm trying to lock in. Album on the way, but the single is called The Right Ones, featuring this dude named Cody Blake out of Houston. Okay. And when y'all hear it, y'all, I'm like, damn, you been holding on to this.
Wow, okay, wait.
Because I gotta ask you, so you said, how draining was that? Because I know cancer is a real thing that a lot of people go through. Some people, I've had friends who beat it 3 times already and it keep coming back and stuff like that. But being the person that's the support system to your dad and stuff like that, how draining was that for you? How mentally?
And like, we drove to Houston every week, well, every other week to do chemo, because it was at MD Anderson down there. They got the best cancer doctor. So we was down there every other week. And I remember watching him go from being upbeat to just skinny, losing his hair. He had pancreatic cancer, and that's like the most aggressive cancer they got. And I just remember just watching his spirit just every week we go down and he gets sadder and sadder. And it went from him talking, he just had quit talking. And what hurt the most, I think, was I remember Dero lost his daddy.
He did. I remember that.
And I reached out to him, blew him up. He didn't answer the phone, calling his cousins and everybody, you know, tell kinfolk, you know what I'm saying, I'm praying for him. Then found out his daddy had pancreatic cancer.
Wow.
So it's one of them things where once you start seeing your brothers going through it, and then I ended up going through it, man. I remember when they, matter of fact, it was like the second week of June, we were in the hospital, and the doctor was like, man, ain't nothing else we can do. He got throat cancer. It's spread to the lung, the kidney, like everywhere. And it was like seeing that, watching my son go through it with me, watching my mama go through it, man, it was like, I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. Because cancer is one of them things where knowing that the doctor look you in your face and say, man, it ain't nothing we can do. You know, we basically gonna give you something to prolong your death, but you're gonna die. You're gonna die. It's gonna be soon. We just don't know if it's gonna be today, 5 months, 2 years from now, but shit, 9 months.
How long? 9 months. I was about to ask, how long did it take?
Man, I got married in May. He went out of town in August for the anniversary. My mama said it was just off. Then he went in. They said he found a mass. I don't even know what that was at the time. I was like, I learned everything. Found a mass, went and get a biopsy. I took him to get the biopsy, and they're like, I don't see nothing. And boom, I heard them doctors whispering. You see it, and so from October till 4th of July.
And what did your dad? Because I always would feel like if somebody is going away, that they would, feed you some gems to help you cope with the loss. What did he say?
He didn't really say nothing, man. He didn't really say nothing, man. He started getting quiet, man. It's like that's like the most unsettling feeling in the world. Is somebody you talk to every day.
All of a sudden,
my son, that was his one. So.
And you have to be strong for your son.
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize that. I could say I went through that for a couple of years in Dallas, and with my mama, and I understand how that is. You know what I'm saying? I went through the same thing, and it was tough.
How long did it take your mom to go through it?
About a year and a half. She moved to Dallas to get better treatment at Baylor Hospital, and it was tough. But we just try to be strong and try to be there. But she had a husband named Willie, who's R.I.P. to Willie now, and Willie stayed by her side the whole time, and that helped us a lot. Just being there with her, but he was right there, and that nigga right there. I'm glad I sold him that 38.
But I will tell you this, man, and I suggest this for everybody: when you go through something traumatic like that, get in counseling. I went through a grieving therapy. And my therapist, she was everything, man, because
it helped.
Yeah, because emotions that you don't know you got, and when they get triggered, like I ain't never cried a day in my life until this started happening. Then I started being super emotional, yelling at everybody, yelling at my wife, and just being real. I was being a very, very spiteful person to people.
Wow.
So I could start going to therapy, man, and it changed me.
Because you were pushing everybody away.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to do nothing. I would just be in my studio at the house and just eat and watch and just really being there on my game.
What was the major thing that the therapist said to you that changed your attitude?
Stop compartmentalizing your emotions. She was like, she said, what type of person are you? I said, I'm the life of the party. She said, what does it feel like right now, when your light is off? And I just cried, bro.
Wow.
Crying, and you write it down. She's like, what you feeling right now? Close your eye and tell me what you're feeling right now. And then you write it down, and then we doing work every time. Talking about things you forgot to tell him, things that you want to tell him, things that he did wrong to you, all kind of emotions that we are taught as black men to suppress. She said, hell no. She said, because what's going to happen if your child asks you the wrong question and that box of emotions comes out? You going to run out the room? Because that's what I normally do is if say we were at a party or something, and like somebody be like, man, I'm sorry about your daddy or something. I be like, oh, I'm finna go smoke or something, step outside and just be out there just crying or something. But really, I be on some like, if I start crying right now, it is what it is.
No, it's just the way it is, man.
That's
Ain't nothing
good.
wrong, real man.
So therapy is good.
Therapy
Counseling is
great.
good.
Growing.
Man, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. We love you, bro.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. I'm
I've
having a
been
moment
waiting
now,
on
man.
this one for a minute. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
gotta tell you, man, we got
Slapwood.
Slapwood papers coming soon.
Already.
Yeah, I got the Slapwood papers coming soon, man. So y'all make sure y'all go to y'all local store. I don't know if y'all can promote tobacco.
No, whatever you want,
Yeah,
man.
y'all just
This
make sure-
is independent, man.
Yeah,
We
y'all
do what we
make
want
sure
to do over
y'all
here.
support Slapwoods, man. We in every store, damn near every city now. So
Man,
yeah,
oh
for sure.
love, man. Thank you so much, Fat
Appreciate
Pimp.
y'all.
It's been another great segment of Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
And we out.
Appreciate